This is the north side of the island if you go west of Waikoloa Village and Kona. And I saw this when we were coming in on the airplane. The water's really beautiful here. Down below, this is a village called Kauai, which is where I would recommend if you're a scuba diver that you go to Kauai. I would avoid the places in Kona. I guess the dive sites are pretty eaten up at this point. And Kauai was just beautiful. This is where I dove from. This is the second of the deep water ports here in Hawaii. The third one that we're not going to get any film of is called Hilo. But little sailboat out there, and again, this is really beautiful. You have brown grasslands here instead of the lava fields that are a little more common on the north side of the island. And they're way, way off in the distance. You can see Kona. Okay, and here's the boat dock at Kauai. Again, that same sailboat in the background. This is actually an industrial port, so over to this side you see a lot of the kind of things that you would normally associate with a big industrial port. Supposedly this supplies this entire side of the island, so if it doesn't come into Hilo, it comes into here. It's a small picnic and camping area. A lot of touristy stuff here, but again, this is probably the best diving on this side of the island. I'm going to head on up there in a little bit and see if I can get something to eat, and then I'm going to drive the road over to Hilo. Other than the part south of Volcano, which is the name of a town in Hawaii, this is probably the only part of the island I haven't really driven through yet. So, again, this is the port at Kauai. If you're going to dive in, if you're visiting Kona or Waikoloa and you want to dive, I would really recommend that you get a charter out to Kauai. There's also a dive shop here, so if you drive here, you can pick up a dive boat here. It's only about 20 minutes away from Waikoloa and maybe 30 minutes. This is on the road from Kauai to, I think I'm going to Hawaii, but I'm sure I'm trespassing on something, but you can see the little fishing and scuba dive boats out there. This is a park at Mahukona. It's a little tiny town with a state park in it, and I'm going to take some footage of the beaches here. And these beaches are kind of typical of the Big Island, where it's lava rock and there's not really a sandy beach. Other islands in Hawaii have the white sandy beaches, but the Big Island doesn't really. So there's a lot to do here, but the beaches are probably not one of the biggest features of it here. So, but it's kind of neat. It drops right off into the ocean, and I'll go ahead and see if I can get some good footage of it for you. This is the lava rock that I was stumbling around on a couple seconds ago. Once you get right down there into the ocean, it just drops off, and it's kind of dangerous to get down in there because some of the rocks sort of poke the surface. And if you check out my Facebook page, you can see where I got a giant lava rash from surfing the other day. So it can be a little bit scary. Okay, this is actually the end of the highway. I'm stuck. I'm not sure how I'm going to get out. I guess I'll have to back out somehow. But saw a bunch of people walking around and a bunch of parked cars. The highway actually ends here, and this is a lookout point. It is beautiful here. And if I can figure out how to get back on the road, it'll be a really great day. This is where they do the bicycle course, but from Kona to Waikoloa Village, this is this desolate looking, almost depressing looking post-apocalyptic lava field. This is probably what the Earth is going to look like someday when the plates shift and destroy all life as we know it. But go ahead and see if I can get a good view of this for you guys. Here it is, the lava fields, people frolicking on the lava fields over in the distance. It's just really depressing looking and weird. I don't know. But then coming up is going to be one of the weirdest tourist attractions. It's not even really a tourist attraction, but if you drive the highway from Kona to Waikoloa Village, you'll see cars pulled over to the side of the road in this one spot for no apparent reason. I'm going to show you the reason here in just a minute. And here it is. It's a lava cave. I don't know if this is naturally occurring or whether it was made for some purpose, but it just sits right next to the highway here. There's no signs or anything, but every time I pass by this spot, I've even seen tour buses here, so people come here and look at the cave, and it goes pretty deep. I don't know if you can see, but there's people crawling around in there right now. But it's just funny to me that this isn't marked or anything. It's just you'll drive by, and probably like I do, people see cars pulled over by the side of the road, and eventually they get curious and come here and see what's going on. Okay, so this girl told me it's a lava tube. You want to wave to everybody? Hi. She said this is a lava tube, and she doesn't want to go in because she thinks it may collapse. So apparently this was, and it has collapsed in the past, apparently, right where we're standing. So with any luck, it won't collapse on me. I hear it only collapses if you're using a digital camera to collect movies. So I guess it's very long, actually, and has other parts that have collapsed too. So again, I just think it's funny that there's no signs for this or anything. People just come by and they want to check it out, so they just pull their cars over on the side of the highway and go for it. Okay, so we're further into it, and they say that this is a mile long, but there are parts where you can see sunlight coming through. Here's some more people walking in and out. How's it going?
Good. The adventure?
I guess so. Yeah. I think this is hilarious. It's just sitting here by the side of the road. And
yeah, I know.
No signs or anything.
Yeah, it just goes on forever.
Does it really?
Yeah.
So did you go down a good long ways?
Yeah, well, I went down to that one, but you can keep going forever. So, Southern California, you can get Korean tacos, but here in Hawaii, you can get lava tubes that go on forever. And that's where we came from here. So, I'm going to climb out and turn the camera off so I can use my hands. So, there you have it, from the mouth of Hawaii's weirdest spontaneous tourist attraction. The lava tube next to the Queen K Highway between Kona and Waikoloa. Hey Tommy, I decided in my last few hours on the island to try some local cuisine, so I'm here at Bubba Gump Shrimp.